Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Matt. Welcome to my late afternoon continuation of rooftop tent rack experiment. So, real quick, brief rundown. This is an old used rooftop tent that I bought to try using for motorcycle camping. I bought that and then I decided to just build a quick, cheap DIY 2x4 rack to support the tent. It's been working fine. I have got a trip coming this weekend to go do a benefit ride in North Carolina, and I really miss the use of my tonneau cover. So I ordered a budget rack off of Amazon that should work with my tonneau cover. It's basically the cheapest one I could get that would work with it. So I haven't opened it. UPS man just showed up. It is like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the afternoon. Don't have a whole lot of daylight left. I'm going to open this up, see if I can get it on the truck tonight, because I've only got like one more day and then I've got to roll out to North Carolina for my trip. Hoping this works out. Let's just kind of see how this goes. I'm going to be winging this one. Hopefully I can get this done before dark. Alright, this thing actually looks pretty decent. I wasn't expecting it. That's one of the brackets. You know, you got 4 of these plus a bunch of hardware. I mean, it's pretty decent looking piece of steel. So that should sit right up on the rail, work with the Utilitrack or whatever Nissan calls it, the bed rail track crap on the inside, and sit right down. The tonneau cover frame will sit right across that. Supposedly this will work. Yeah, and it's just an aluminum crossbar. It really doesn't look bad for budget Amazon whatever. Let me get this on the truck. I got to get that off and the tonneau framework off. See if I can't get this stuff on. Well, I can't say that shit was very graceful, but freaking work. All right, guys and gals, I'm running out of daylight. I don't know how much more videoing I can do this afternoon. I am gonna try and get these crossbars on and get the tonneau cover frame bolted back down. I might not get the tent back on tonight. I was just gonna see how it goes. Um, I'm gonna see how far I get this evening, and we'll pick this back up tomorrow in the daylight so that, well, so you guys can see what the hell I'm doing. I can't. I don't have very good light out here. So if you're still here, I really appreciate it. And yeah, hopefully you can see a little bit more of this in the daylight in the next few seconds of Magic YouTube video. All right, everybody, I'm back. It is the next day. I got some sunlight out here. I was able to get the racks on the truck last night. Um, Not too bad. I actually really like the way they look. It's a lot better, a lot stronger than what I was expecting. I can sit on the center of this bar right here and kind of bounce on it, and it holds me just fine. So I'm 165, 170 pounds, and yeah, it barely flinched with my weight on it. So I think they're going to be more than strong enough to hold 130-pound rooftop tent. I was working in the dark last night. I got them on. They're bolted on. I still need to do some gasket work on my tonneau cover, but it's good enough for this weekend. I might be heading out on my trip tomorrow evening when I get off work, so it's just kind of got to be, well, is what it is for this weekend. So let me give you a little close up of what they look like. I'm just gonna do something real quick. Don't get scared because I know I get long winded. I'll do something real quick, let you see them, and then I got to get the tent back on the truck. I got enough hardware, I should be able to do it, and then I'll kind of sort of wrap this up. So let's just see what I can do with it. All right, it's just a side shot, nothing crazy here. You know, they're pretty stout aluminum crossbar with some little tie down loops on the end there. It's got a slotted channel in it that would probably work very well for bike racks, things like that, whatever other accessories. And they just sit, well, on top of the bed rail, and the tonneau frame goes on top. I don't know how well you can see this in here, but yeah, that's what the bracket does, and it did work fine in the track in the Frontier. So I did see somebody complain on the hardware did not work on theirs, but if you take it's kind of like a square nut that sits up in here. If you flip it around backwards and turn it vertically like that instead of horizontally, works fine. Uh, no problem at all with it. But I like them. I mean, they're not the coolest thing in the world, but I think for what they were approximately, I think, $190 compared to, I think, Billy bars. I looked them up for my truck, were 700 plus tax and shipping. Yeah, I'm fine with this. The tonneau cover, you can roll it up, but due to this angle right here, when you roll my cover, it yeah, it kind of hits in here. I can roll it up, but it's a real pain in the ass. I mean, but I can do it. So it's kind of a compromise, but it works. All right, that's enough of me running my mouth. Let me get the tent on the truck and then wrap this thing up. All right, if anybody was curious what I was holding up during the time lapse, I know sometimes it's kind of hard to see stuff in a time lapse. but it was a little mermaid. She's kind of hot. I just thought I'd throw that in there for fun. All right, she's on. That's it. Rack's up there. Budget rack, budget tent for motorcycle camping experiment. Not too bad, that'll work. Again, tonneau cover function is not ideal, but it works. I can roll it up if necessary. But honestly, I don't roll mine that often, so I think I can live with it. All right, that's it. That's done, or done enough for this weekend. Tent's up there, seems pretty strong. It's definitely not going to move. A little bit of flex in the bars, but no more than when I was sitting on it, bouncing on them with my own weight. Again, budget rack, budget tent. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I hate to repeat myself, but yeah, that's what it is. This is all being done low cost. Yeah, just low cost stuff to experiment with rooftop tents in my motorcycle camping. I will pin a comment with a link to these particular crossbars. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but I'll look it back up again. They were like $180, $190, I think, off of Amazon, of course, plus your sales tax. I'm happy with them for the money. Can't beat them. Way cheaper than other options. And again, for me, I'm not overlanding. I'm just driving to campgrounds, pulling my motorcycle on a trailer. I want an easy setup for sleep. Go ride the bike. Again, I'm just experimenting with rooftop tents. So, yeah, that's it. I'm done with it. Stop running my mouth. And hey, everybody, be good. Enjoy every day you can.